So the official welcome. Hi, everybody. My name is Julia. I am the founder of Sage, that app that you hold in your hand. And I'm just really pleased to have some time to spend here with you all and talk about my spiritual practice and like what I do to stay sane in this crazy, crazy world we live in. But before we go to that, I also wanted to give you guys a little bit of a background about myself and how the app came about. Um, so let's start with that, right? Shall we? So, Sage, if you're new, you might not be super familiar with all it has to offer, but it's really sort of your place for all things spirituality. Our goal is really to keep you firmly on your spiritual path. So we do that by giving you curated bite-sized content. We take pride in like we pre-vet everything. You know, you're not gonna wade through a bunch of junk. We're gonna give you bite-sized, awesome content. It's all designed to help you on your healing journey and your healing path. That's really what it is. We want everybody to have a spiritual awakening. That's really our goal, and we're here to support everybody because it's not that easy to go through that, and it's definitely not that easy if you're alone or if you're in a family that don't really have these are not inclined to for that this kind of work, or you live in an area where there's just not a lot of support. So, and even now in COVID times, right, we all need support any way we can get it. So this is what we do. So we deliver practical magical practices, and it's really about supporting you and giving you a really light day, like shining the light on you for just a few minutes every day when you go to the app, and then hopefully you take what you learn and you implement it in your own life. And as you know, there's a lot of content for free on Sage. We really want it to be accessible. So for us, it's really important that there is lots of things that you can do without having to pay, without hitting a wall and having to cough up money. So we have all the free content in terms of posts. We have the community groups. There's like so much you can do. If you haven't checked out the community groups yet and you're new, I would definitely recommend you do that. It's a beautiful place to get support, share ideas, share what you're grateful for, share what you're manifesting. So there's many things to do. But we also have the premium layer, right? So there is a premium subscription model that we have. And what we're offering for our premium members are things like this: live classes. We bring in awesome teachers from, like, again, all lineages, shadow work people, astrologers, channel people, like all the things just so that we can learn and grow together. So what you get in these types of classes is about 45 minutes to an hour of teaching, and then it's followed by Q&A. So you have access to like amazing teachers when you sit into these live classes. So it's like, I don't really know where else you get that much quality time with all these practitioners. So that's really something that we're excited about and that our premium members are really raving about. Let's see. So why did I do this? Why did I design this thing? So, my background is in technology. I've been developing games for most of my adult life, and I've loved it, loved it, loved it. I really found a lot of joy in my career. It's definitely, when I finished college, I have like an MBA. I could go into banking or finance or whatever, like that was the preferred path normally for somebody like me. But I'm like, I can't do it. It's too boring. I don't want to do it. And I was playing a lot of games at the time, so I decided that I should try to be in the gaming industry. And by like lots of little miracles and angel wings, like that totally happened. And I've had a really fun time doing that, and got I'm VP, blah blah blah, all the things that I was wanting and longing for. But then I found myself a few years ago, like a few years back, and just like, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm sick of this. Like, it doesn't bring me joy. I don't feel aligned. This is not really what I want. And on paper, my life was perfect. Like, 2 kids, like awesome husband, really cool friends, like live in San Francisco. Like, I moved from Sweden to California, like huge, great, whatever. But it was still this void of emptiness, and it's like, this is not how I want to live. Is this all there is? And I totally like understood, like, oh, now I get what people get, like the motorcycle or the Porsche, or like ditch their family, whatever, like just do something different because they just feel aligned with their lives. Now, I didn't want to ditch my family or like buy a motorcycle cycle. So for me, it was more a question of like going inwards. I didn't want to like start smoking again or get drunk or anything. Like, no, I don't want to have any external factors take me away from my life. I want to figure out how to go deeper with myself and find value in my life and really find my purpose and like what is it that makes my heart sing. So I'm kind of calling it a midlife crisis or whatever, what will you? But it was just like a moment in time. I don't think it has to be a midlife or anywhere. It's just like when all of a sudden you feel like you're just not where you need to be and you need to make a shift. So I started seeking and seeking and seeking and seeking and talked to a lot of people to find some help. And the path I took that was really intriguing to me was the spiritual world. I grew up in Sweden, which is not a very spiritual place, with like atheist parents. So like religion was never like something that was dealing with or we were thought much of, to be perfectly honest. And you know but by chance, like a lot of people in my community were like really into the spirituality, and I was tagging along to events and ceremonies, and that just really piqued my interest. I'm like, wow, this is amazing, this is incredible. So I started working with a lot of healers and shamans and what have you to sort of go deeper with myself, getting to know myself. It was really a relearning who I am, because I had been like a mother, a wife, a career woman, like sister, but whatever. Where was I? Where was I in that whole equation? So little by little, that's opening that conversation with myself in terms of finding myself again. And the spiritual work and all the tools that were presented to me and just like worked so well. It worked so awesome. And oftentimes it didn't have to be like this crazy thing, like, oh, whatever. Like it didn't, it was often the small, subtle things that were the most helpful to sort of really bring me back to myself and to my center and to find my purpose, to sort of ignite that again. Um, and I'm not going to bore you with like all the people I met and like all the stuff I did, but I do want to share just one little nugget that was really powerful and like in my own spiritual awakening and transformation, and hopefully it will resonate for you. So I'm not sure if you guys have heard of Kaya Ra. She wrote this beautiful book called The Sophia Code. It's a high vibration, spiritual. I highly recommend. And by the way, for those who are interested, I can share like a list of resources later with books, etc., to read. And somehow I found myself on a weekend retreat with Kyra, and she's this like shaman, whatever, and we were there, and it was amazing. It was a teaching for like 13 women, and everybody got like an individual healing session with her because she's just a very powerful woman. And it would look in all kinds of different ways. Like she would, take you out, and everybody sitting in a circle, she would put you in the middle, and she would like, exorcist, whatever. Like she would have feathers and spitting and smoke, and like it was very like whoa, dramatic, and people were really feeling energy moving and shifting. Um, and so that was really great. And but when it came my turn, I was like, shaking in my boots. I'm like, what's she gonna do to me? Like this is super scary. She's super intense. But it was my turn. She just sat me down. She's like, let's have a conversation. I'm like, okay. So she sort of slowly eked out at me, just like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'd make games, and I feel stuck creatively. I just don't feel it anymore. She's like, I see a lifestyle brand in your future. You're going to create like a lifestyle brand. I'm like, no, I make games. Like, why would I make a lifestyle brand? She's like, yeah, maybe you go make your game too, but just like there's something in you that wants to come alive. And she kind of gave me permission to explore what I wanted to create. Like she saw that I had something brewing in me, and that she kind of gave me permission to go and do it. And that, like, silly enough, was like the floodgates just opened. Just that conversation, like the fact of having been given permission, is just like, blah, had so many ideas, so many things flowing through me. And now here we are after lots of wiggling or whatever, like now you have Saged in your hands. And it was really a way for me to combine all this tech skills that I've amassed over the years, like in the gaming industry, with the spiritual world, and really use my skills to do something good for the world that's going to be a supportive tool for people who want to wake up and learn more. So that's where we are, And I just want to say one thing. It's like the spiritual journey like never ends. Like it's not like, oh, I'm fixed now that I build Sage, like my life's perfect and I never have a problem. Like no, it's like a continuous thing. Life's messy, and we continuously heal, and we continuously grow. And that's what I really love about Sage. So we're curating all these like beautiful things help you, to help me, to help everybody learn and grow and become better humans together and wake up and get the support that we need. Yeah, dolphin energy. Yeah, Tallinn is here, and Tallinn was there at that moment in time with Kaya Ran. Yeah, it was definitely dolphin energy was mentioned as a powerful creation for focus. But enough about me. Like, here we are. It's 2021, and you are all here with me on the spiritual journey. So that's great. So actually, we're going to talk a little bit more about me, because I'm going to share a little bit of what I do. So what do I do now? Okay, I had this awakening. Great. But how do you stay in it every day? Like, how do we keep on the path and sort of chip away on this path together? So I wanted to share 3 of the things that I do on a daily basis, or almost daily basis. So one of the things, the first thing that if you don't have one, you need to do it like right after this call, is to create your own altar. So right here is my windowsill altar. I have a couple of all over the house, but really this is a sacred place in your space and in your home, where you do your magic, where you do your manifestation, where you do your invocations and your intention setting, your journaling. This is really where you infuse your home with your creation, and what you need, or healing, or whatever it is that you're seeking at that moment in time. So I would highly recommend that you carve out a little space. Um, Jeanette, I think you're asking me a question. I'm going to talk to you after, if that's okay, after the class. Okay? Awesome. Um, so anyway, so this little altar that I have here, so you can see. So you can put whatever, makes your heart sing on your altar. But some of the things I would recommend is, like, if you have a statuette or a statue or a little figurine or whatever that means something to you. This is Ganesh. He's my little house god. I always been very drawn to Ganesh. I have a Lemurian crystal, which is from Mount Shasta. And the Lemurian crystals are these beautiful clear crystals with have special patterns, almost like lines in them. And it's said, like, the Lemurians, like an ancient people, kind of the Atlantis people, stored their information and technology in here. So, like, if you scrape with another crystal on these lines, you would then encode or decode the wisdom that's stored in the crystal. So believe it if you want to, but I like that idea, that thought. And another things to put on your altar is like little anointment oil. This is a special Mary Magdalene oil that I like to anoint myself. And then frankincense, as my friend Tallinn is on this call also, she makes sure I always have lots and lots of frankincense. This is like the highest vibe oil, essential oil for spiritual work. So if you don't have frankincense in your house, grab some. I use the Young Living stuff. It's really great. But that's like a must-have for yourself. Like, before you do your meditation, before you do any like moon ritual, whatever, like, frankincense is really like amazing for that. So highly recommend that. And then I have a candle. This is from Mary Magdalene's tomb in France. So where she allegedly is buried. They have like a few remains, or one remain from her body. And this candle is from the church that she's buried. I was there, was probably 2 or 3 years ago now, with my kids on the day of her saint day, and they would take out the remains in this golden, beautiful, I don't know, box or whatever, and parade it through the town. That was really powerful. I'm like, I'm next to Mary Magdalene. Like, this is amazing, amazing, amazing. And these crystals are things that I bought from like all over. Like, when I travel, I like to buy crystals. There's also a couple of good ones here in San Francisco, but like wherever, I would just go to your local mystery shop, your local magic shop, and make sure you get some, good crystals that are consciously sourced, and so I'll just make sure that it's like a good vibe shop where you get them from. I highly recommend also just like mining for your own crystals. So if you know of an area where you can find crystals naturally, that's really fun to do. And then the last crystal that's really important to me is this little quartz heart. So this is the women in my circle. We're like 13 of us. We all have one of these, and we put them on our altars, and that way we're always connected. So the rose quartz, of course, is directly connected to to your heart chakra. So this is like to amplify the heart. Awesome. So that's like the altar. The altar is, you know, your place for magic. Just create one. Do it. You need to do it, and maybe create more than one. Like maybe you have a little nook in your kitchen. Maybe you have one in the living room, also, so that you're also reminding yourself that you care about these things and that you want to drop into these things, and that it's a part of your life. So that's a key practice. The other part that works for me is meditation, or if I don't have a lot of time, maybe just an invocation. And there's gazillions of, you know, meditation apps out there. My favorite one is Insight Timer, but we also have lots of great meditations on Sage. So we're actually going to do more, like very short form. We're all about getting you in and out of Sage and into your life. So short form meditations that you can do whenever you find the time. And like, look, me, I'm, you know, mom, you know, I work or whatever. It's short is good. Like I don't often just have that half hour I would like, you know. It's more a question of like whatever I can fit in. So that's really a key thing. And you know, if I don't have time, I would just do a super simple invocation. And doing that, you're just putting like a hand on your heart and a hand on your belly and getting grounded with yourself. And you can just sit like that and then take a few deep breaths. You know, it's just really ground into your body. Just feel yourself breathe. And if you want to get advanced from there, when you feel like connected to yourself, you can, you know, do a little visualization that I like to do. I can just talk you guys through that as well. So the way I like to, this is my quickie meditation, because, you know, when we don't have a lot of time, I would just visualize my crown chakra. The crown chakra is the one that's on top of your head. I would imagine it sort of opening up, like almost like a flower opening up, and opening up to the energy of the central sun, or whatever source energy, whatever is, you know, the creation energy. And just imagine it like pouring down into my crown chakra, just like this, just basically like you're standing on a huge beam of light. So just have that light just pour through your body, and just imagine it filling it up your entire body, like all your limbs and all the way down to your toes. So just like bathing in this magical white light that's coming. And it's like the purest light. There's no ifs and buts about that light. It's not messing around. It's just really giving you the energy. And then when I feel connected to that light, I also sort of take my consciousness and I try to bring it down. So like it's off, of course, we're often in our mind, we're constantly thinking and churning about our thoughts, but it is trying to sort of move your awareness like down your body. And like you can, if you're familiar with chakras, you can sort of imagine it like spinning down from your third eye to your throat, through your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral area, and your root, and just really bringing your awareness down, all the way down to the root chakra, or like the perineal, like on the very end of your body there. And then you imagine that you're dropping a grounding cord into the ground, and a grounding cord, like an energetic cord that just slowly winds down into the ground, and through all like all the little bugs, all the dirt, all the layers of dirt, and you know, everything that you can find in the earth, all the way down to the crystal core. And you imagine that there's like this beautiful crystal core at the very center of the earth, which has all the Mama Gaia energy, and that you plug into that. And then you let the Mama Gaia beautiful energy come up into your body too. So now you're sort of having the energy from the heavens pouring down on you, and you're also like you know, soaking in the earth energy from the crystal core in the center of the earth. And then I like to imagine those two energies just meeting in my heart, and just really feeling like this really yummy energy in my heart, where the heaven and the earth really connect into in my body. And that this is something you can do. It's just a 2-minute thing, right? It's quickie, but it's definitely a helpful way to open up, you know, to the heavens and spirits and guides or whatever from there, and also getting super grounded. Um, that's really the key for me. I know for me, and speaking personally, it's only when I feel super grounded that I feel that I'm in my heart. Otherwise, I'm here, like 50,000 things to do. It's like, how do I get in my heart? I need to get in my heart. Like, I need to ground. I need to just slow down, ground, and do this exercise. So do it. You should do it too. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, and it's often better to just do a quick meditation than to do none, you know? So even that 2-minute thing, it's going to be so, so good for you. And I'd also like, you know, if you, like me, you have kids, they will always walk in on me when I'm doing my spiritual work. Like they're always going to crash the party, like in one way or another. And that's okay. Like that's totally fine. You know, just like, we don't have to like, this is something I do for me. Like, sure it is, but like, if they want to come and join, they can. Like my kids would like take the anointing thing and they'll anoint themselves and me like in all the wrong places, but that's okay. So if it's just like, just make it playful, like this is important business that we're doing, but it's not so serious. Like we can always invite time for play and exploration with children or your partner or whoever, or your cat or your dog or whoever busts in on your self-care. So that was the second thing I wanted to share. The third thing is just simple mantra. So the mantras are really it's like a sacred. It's a sacred sound, and it's I had a really good. I found a really good way to talk about it. It's like a what's it? I can't remember well. It's like a mind medicine or something. It's a way to really stop the monkey mind and get in and like and have and live your life with more intention. And mantras have been really great for me. Again, quickies, like I'm all about the quickies. So mantras should be chanted 108 times to be really like get full effect. So you can do that and count, you know, how do you count 108 times? It's crazy, right? So I use mala beads. So it's this sort of band of beads with 108 beads on them. So you just touch a bead as you go through and you sing your mantra. And you can do this anywhere, of course. I do it here in front of my altar because that's just where I like to hang out. And again, like on days where I don't have a lot of time, this is something that I find that I can do. And again, incorporating your partner or your kids, whatever, like it's fun to sing. So everybody comes for that part. Everybody goes on. Yes, I would happily give you some examples of a mantra. And the one I wanted to share, and we can all do it together. So we do it now. You guys can like cross off some sacred self-care if you list today. So that could be good, right? Let's get that out of the way. So the one that I like the most is the Ganesh mantra. So as you can see, Ganesh is right here. It's actually on the other side of the windowsill too. I really love this elephant-headed Indian god deity. So what he does is he removes obstacles. He removes obstacles for things that you want to achieve in your life, or a dream that you hold, or any result that you're craving, or you know, next leveling your life. He can help you remove the stuff that's standing in your way. And who doesn't want that? That's really great. If you want to go like hardcore, you can do this mantra for 40 days straight. Um, I've done that when creating Sage. It was such a big prayer in my heart, and I just didn't understand how I was going to be able to do it. Like working full time, 2 children, and a life, and I'm like, I don't know how to do it. So I sang it 40 days straight, and it helped. It definitely helped. You know, finding like pockets of time, and when you know time and inspiration meet at the same time, that's not that often, but having more of those moments. So for that, I felt that this is a super powerful mantra. So let's sing it together. So it goes like this. Actually, let me just type it down in chat. That's probably going to be easier for you guys. So it goes Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. So here it goes. Awesome. So that's the simple mantra. That's the Ganesh mantra. So the way I'll sing it, I do four by four, whatever you call it. That it's Sanskrit mantra exactly. Sacred sounds, sacred sounds. So every mantra normally begins with Om, which is just sort of invoking the divine and peace. So we always start with the Om, and then it's the Gam Ganapataye Namaha, and it literally means like, oh, I salute the remover of obstacles. So like just really welcoming in Ganesh in your way to help you out. So the way I sing it goes like this: Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. So that's how it goes 108 times. Are you with me? Can we do this? Yeah? You feeling it? Okay, so it's not going to be that long. So chant with me, please. All right, here it goes. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 That's it, you did it. 108. Woo! Woo! Yeah. So this is all about removing obstacles, and it's like it's a commitment. Like I love my voice, but it's pretty awesome to do. And I would highly recommend that whatever you need, like a little help to get where you need to go, or like you're holding a vision or a dream that's so big in your heart you just don't know how that could possibly happen. This is a really good tool. I highly recommend it. So that's just a few of my go-to tips. There's lots and lots and lots more that we can that we want to share with you guys, but I think that's it for today. What I wanted to say also is like, this is really what Sage is about, is this practical spiritual advice that you can implement with grace and ease into your daily life without, going on a 9-month thing or whatever. Like it's here, it's available to you. And if this resonates for you, this kind of work resonates for you, and you're not already a premium member, I wanted to offer a special discount code for you today. So I'm going to stick a link into the chat. For anyone who's not premium yet and who wants more help and more guidance like this, so live classes, a lot of sort of the videos, and also we're going to soon launch challenges and a bunch of stuff. It's going to be premium content. So I have this, normally it's $150 a year. I'm running this crazy discount for you guys who are feeling the call of upgrading and getting the support you deserve and need on your journey. So you're going to get a full year for $50. That's it. Oh my God. And with that, you get 6 to 8 like live ceremonies, new moon, full moon ceremony, at least 6 to 8 classes every month. Like it's a lot of amazing content. Just wanted to share with you just all the stuff that we have coming up in February. Just to sort of, that you can see, like it's bananas value, $50 for like, 12 months like these. So we have on Monday, we have clinical herbalist April Ramey. She's amazing. She does herbs and how you can use them for in the different zodiac seasons. So like what herbs are really supportive during Aquarius season. So that's really good. And she has a bunch of things like already on the library in Sage, in the app itself. So you can go back and relook. Again, premium members have access to the full library. So everything's recorded, everything's virtual, everything that once the Zoom is done, it gets uploaded into the app and you can rewatch it as many times as you want for if you're a premium member. And then on the Tuesday, next Tuesday, we have Dr. Rachel coming in, and she's going to do a session on reparenting yourself, because our parents mean well, but they also messed us up, I'm sure. It just, so like, how can you really, remove some of the things that don't serve you anymore and like reparent yourself and really up level your vibration. That's what that's about. Then we have a new moon ceremony with Lindsay Schroeder, and she has done a new moon before and also manifestation workshops here at Sage. And we love her, like she's so great. So she will take it basically on a sound bath journey, a meditative journey, and she will like walk you through the most incredible visions so that you really get the most impact of the new moon energy. So highly, highly recommend. And then we have our house astrologer, Jenny Overman. She's going to talk about the zodiac signs and the elements. So like, what's an air? What does it mean to be an air sign or fire or whatever, So she's going to go deep with that. And then we have a breathwork session with Alexandra. So Alexandra did the Imbolc ceremony with Jennifer Lane on Sunday, and then she did the solstice ceremony, winter solstice. So she's amazing, and she's also a breathwork specialist. So come for that. And then we have Dr. Catherine Lawson. She just became a bona fide doctor, so she's very proud of that. She's amazing. She is a dream work specialist. She's going to talk about dreams. And if you're anything like me, you have crazy ass dreams during COVID. So if you want some help to like, what does it all mean? That's a really great class to come to. And then we have a full moon ceremony. Sorry, I can speak. Full moon ceremony with Whitney on whatever, I can see at the end of my screen. I forget what day it is. So Friday, right? Friday at 5 p.m. or something like that. So anyway, so that's what our premium members have going on in February. So if you feel so inclined, please join premium for this awesome price. Like you're not going to see that again. Like it's just like a total treat just for you guys for showing up to class. You get that, so that's amazing. Enjoy it, take it, grab it while you can, because I'm turning that sale off at midnight. It's too good of a deal, Let's see, so that's cooking. And I also wanted to share, for those of you who use Sage regularly, we have a bunch of new updates. Oh, Christy, yeah. Christy loves Catherine. She did some dream work with her before. Yeah, she's amazing. She's good friend of Vanetta. A lot of you guys know Vanetta, who's been my spiritual guide for a long time. So we only have the best teachers here, guys. The best teachers. It's all for you, and for me, because I want to learn with you. I want to learn, grow, and glow with you guys. So we're just going to make sure we have absolute stellar teachers and really great content, so that we get the full benefit as a team. Team awakening, team saged. Yes. So anyway, so we have a bunch of fun updates coming up with Saged, actually, that I'm super excited about. So a little bit of like a little branding, logo refresh, and the new colors or whatever in the app. But there are a few things that I wanted to give an update on, and also just check your temperature, like what you guys would be most excited about. So I'm going to kick off a little poll here in a little bit too, but I just wanted to give you an overview first. Let's see. So well, there's so many exciting things. I don't know where to begin. But one of the things is that we are gonna start allowing photo upload in the community groups, and so that you can, I think we're creating our own little spiritgram rather than Instagram. So you can upload any pictures in the community groups. We're probably also going to start a group that's just about the spiritual practice. So you can take like this, what I did today, or whatever. This is my meditation spot. So whatever we feel like we want to share in the community, because I know a lot of people will be wanting that. And speaking of community groups, we're also adding the ability to reply to a comment. So now we don't do that, but that's going to be part of that too. And you can also post an image as a reply. So that's awesome. And then we have, we're going to rejig things a little bit. So there's a lot of content in Sage, and sometimes it's a little hard to get to everything. So the way I at least look at Sage is really to do your spiritual to-dos for the day. Like, so we want to make that a little bit more easier to get to in one place. So at the top of the screen, you're basically going to have like the 4 things you should do. The 4 things you should do in your life. So basically it's a quick invocation, kind of similar to what I showed you earlier, just like a quick check-in with yourself and connect to the energies of the heavens and the earth. And then we have the daily ritual that we already have today that Whitney and Marnie are doing a fantastic job creating. They're so beautiful. And then we have the daily gratitude. So like making daily gratitude a thing that you every day you have a little like a line what you're feeling grateful for today, and then what you're manifesting. So those 4 things are really going to be the key focus. Like if you do those 4 things in a day, it's not going to take you more than like 2 to 3 minutes to do all of that. Then you're really sort of coming at your day from a higher frequency and a higher vibration, and then you can take whatever crap comes your way in a better way. You can be a better human, and that's what we all strive to be and do. Yeah, so anyway, so those are the 2 big things. And then I mentioned briefly we have something we're calling challenges, and challenges are super cool things that we basically like this mantra. So a 7-day challenge. Join me in like singing Om Gam Ganapataye and lose your voice 7 days in a row. So like that would track your progress towards completing goals like that. And just to make sure that we actually stick with something and stay through that all the way. So there's a question from Carol. Carol, what about tarot and psychic ability development? There's already a bunch of classes on Sage around that. There's some master classes around tarot. There's master classes on psychic abilities. There's also a full channeling series by Jenna Carey that we did this fall. It was amazing. There's a 4-part series, like an hour and a half videos that anybody who wants to be a channel needs to check those out. It's stunning. It's great. Like it gets really deep and you will learn a lot. So check that out. Let's see, what else is there? So there's four things to do every day. There's the challenges, there's the photo upload, and I think that's kind of it. So let me see, 1 second. I'm going to say it's the first time I do a poll here. I just pulled it up. I'm not going to launch it. So now you guys should have the access to a little poll coming up some way or the other. So I would the questions are as follows. So like the first one is just about what do you love the most about the Sage features that are there today? Like, do you like what do you do? Do you do the daily ritual? Do you check the community group? So like what's your fancy there? And the second question is just about the stuff I was talking about. Oh, I didn't talk about that. What makes you most excited is like the ability to add pictures. Is those like having your 4 to-dos, challenges. And the other thing we're also working on a little secretly behind the scenes is courses, so like longer form courses. We have one with my teacher, Vanetta. It's called Awaken. It's a 40-day course, and we're going to develop more content like that for people who really need like daily, or we're going to go super deep into one topic. So I'll share a little bit more about Awaken later, but that is like a phenomenal course that you can take if you really want to waken up all your spiritual gifts. So maybe you're new, you just don't have a practice, and like it teaches you all the tools and some of the things that I've talked about here today. It's like extremely awesome. It's only 15 minutes per day. It's not going to suck your soul or time or anything. Wouldn't allow that. So that's some course that you can get. I'll stick the link to the course in chat in a little bit. And then we have the third one. So just like what annoys you the most about Sage today, like tech issues. You can't afford premium. And I want to say that if you can't afford premium, are you aware that we have a scholarship program? So we have something we're calling the 1-for-1 program. So we gift 1-year scholarships to people who just don't have the funds, and like we get it, like these times are bananas, and we want to make sure that everybody can get the premium who truly desires it. And the only thing you need to do is to write a little bit about yourself and why you want it, and send it to hello@sagedap.com. And that's really the way to do it. Not everybody who apply won't get it because we have more demand than supply, but it's worth giving it a go. And if you're very insistent and you're, we do so many every week. So if you feel like you didn't get it one week, then you can always put your name in the hat for the next one too. Let's see. So that was the scholarship stuff. But again, like, yeah, if you need assistance, you can do that, or you can grab this deal. What's great about the 1-for-1 program is like, people who got it like a year or two ago, they often come back, and then they maybe they have money now, and they end up paying for the premium membership because they know that paying for membership also helps support other people who needs access to this kind of wisdom. So it's definitely a good thing. And that's sort of where your money goes. If you pay for premium, what you're paying is all the teachers that we're bringing in. Like the teachers, have beautiful wisdom holders that have all this ancient wisdom and sharing it with us so gracefully. They all get paid for doing this. I'm not, so that's kind of where the money goes, to support light workers and to support people who really need the information but just don't have the financial means. And of course, like supporting the platform, but it doesn't go to like Facebook or Amazon or anywhere. Like it's all like it's light workers supporting light workers, and that's what this is for. Yeah, and also like whatever you guys think, what else you would like to see, and this is definitely for the premium members, like what other types of themes, classes would you like to see? I know some of you guys have jotted stuff down in chat. Just browsing through here. Yeah, this month is going to be incredible. Forest Child is going to be so good. I'm so excited about February and March. I'm speaking Swedish with you guys. March. Yeah, we all need some help with consistency to raise the vibration, and that's really what Sage is for. So like, have you come and do your daily to-dos, and at least start. And I also feel like it's a morning thing. I know one of you guys said that this is what you do in the morning, and yeah, it's a great way to start the day. I know some people use it before they meditate to sort of open up their frequency and the vibration, and then they start the meditation. So however you want to use it, or maybe it's your afternoon fix. And a lot of our users also look at this as their daily self-care. Like this is again, like this is all I have time to do. Like this is what I'm gonna do, and that's beautiful. Like whatever it takes for you to carve out some time to take care of yourself, because you need to. Let's see, just going through questions. Yes, live shows are recorded. Say you should collaborate with CoStar. Sure, if you know anyone there, let me know. We don't have merch like journals. Would you guys be interested in for us having more kind of physical goods? Let me know. That's something we definitely can do. It's just something I haven't been prioritizing. Ooh, and the other thing, you can just type in chat if you would like this. I don't know if you guys are podcast users, but it has come up more than times than I want to say that we should create a podcast. And what we could do in that podcast would be like interview the amazing teachers who are coming to teach, or if there's a specific topic you want to do. So if you guys are podcast users, let me know and we'll execute on that. You know, we'll find a way. We'll sing Om Gam Ganapataye and then like until it happens. Let's see. Light language is a good one. Yeah, astrology masterclasses. Oh, Carol, email me. If anyone's premium and can't get their premium, just email me and I'll take care of it. What can normally the reason for this is that you probably created a new account. It's easy. It's like, you know, sign in with Apple, sign with Facebook. Sometimes we forget how we signed in the first time and when we upgraded, and you create a new account by mistake. Like it happens a lot. So just email me. We'll help you. Not to worry. And when you email me, if you want to tell me your customer ID, it's always the fastest way to get to make things happen around here. So you find it under your profile, you tap the cogwheel in your profile, and there's a number there. If you just send that as part of your question and to me, then I can help you in no time. So, yay. Oh yeah, as Place and Stage introduced it, retreats and soul and spiritual adventures. Yeah, we are definitely looking at, you know, longer form, like mastermind type content too. Like, you know, one of the things I'm passionate about is helping people who feel stuck in their lives. And the kind of, you know, my story where I was at, just like, oh, what's happening? I should be happy and I'm not. So it's just like, how can we help shift into a higher frequency? How can we align people with their purpose and sort of help opening that up? So, you know, there's going to be more, we're still finalizing what that would mean, but we're probably going to do a couple of surveys via email around that too, just to sort of see how we can help the community. Like, what is it that you guys need more of, and how can we support you even further? So we're working a lot on that. And we have Voice Child would like to learn about Christ consciousness. Yes, light language, plant medicine. Yeah, so check out April Ramey's stuff. Like sacred plants is what she talks about. She also holds sacred plant ceremonies and stuff like that. She's like a fountain of knowledge when it comes to plant medicine. A website to go with the app. Yeah, so we are looking at maybe at least putting the premium part of Sage on the website so that you can enjoy these live class reruns on a bigger screen, because it's not ideal on the phone. So something we're looking for. Also podcasts, lots of beats. Yeah, so there is, oh, that's interesting. So Alia is wondering, is there a way that we can connect, like the students and the teachers can connect in a bigger way? I was thinking about that. You know, so there's the live class itself, but then you have the Q&A, but if you miss it and you miss out on the Q&A, you can ask a question. We always have everybody's contact information, right? So you can go to their site or Instagram or whatever and connect that way. Eventually down the line, we're probably going to do direct messaging in Sage, but that's like, we're a small team. Like we just have to bite size, like, you know, take things when we can get to it. But this definitely is something we want to do. And Faith would like to see some classes on Hinduism and Buddhism. Website, everyone else's website, the courses, podcast, spiritual crafting is fun. Yeah, Jeanette, I feel you. It's easy to feel stuck. Most of us are stuck, like whether we know it or not. So it's not until you're in the flow that you know. So yeah, awesome. Well, I'm so happy that you guys are here today and took the time to do a little bit of a spiritual work. And I would say, like, you can basically put a check mark. Spiritual work, check. You did the mantra, you did good. So you've done a great job. I'm very proud of you. So if you're free, please click that link. I hope to see you in premium. That would be so great. And then you can come to all the awesome classes that start next week on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then all the stuff that you saw. It's going to be really good. And if money's just nowhere to be found for you, totally get it, then apply for one scholarship and we'll see you there anyway. So thank you so much for taking your time. Thank you to all my, loyal Sagers and dear friends. It's so nice to see your names and faces here today. I love you all so much. I'm so helpful and grateful for you. Lots and lots of love. And thank you so much for taking your time to be here, spend your hour here with me today. Sending lots of love to everybody. We'll see you again very soon. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the love. It really warms my heart. I'm really doing it for myself and for you. It's like we're all doing this. We're in this together. Oh, Carol, I'll post it again for you. 1 second. I just don't want you guys to miss a good deal. That's all. Oh, wait. Bang. There you go. So I do those, since it's such a crazy deal, I'm doing these manually. So it's like you buy it, it's going to take me 5 minutes to do it. So to activate it, so don't freak out. It's like, I bought it, nothing's happening. It's all good. It will get you sorted. And again, like if you're a premium member, you have problems accessing anything in the app, just email me. And again, hello. Oh, wait, sorry. hello@sagedap.com. Awesome. Well, that's it, guys. Much love to everybody. Have a beautiful week, and I'm excited to see you all next week for some awesome classes. Bye.